a story with the Magical Fro.
Is it good? Okay. Alright, okay everybody. How's it going? How you feeling? How you doing? This, that, and the other. I don't really care because I'm talking to a camera right now, and right now you're watching through a screen, so you can't answer me anyways. Fun fact, I woke up and I did absolutely nothing with myself this morning. I just woke up, got out of bed, came out here, and I was like, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why my hair looks like trash. Okay. It is time for a story. Now, I don't normally post on Thursdays, but here's the thing. This story, this event happened like 3 days ago, 4 days ago? About 4 days ago, and I've been wanting to make a video about it because, you know, time's passing and this story's become less and less relevant in my life, and I just wanted to go ahead and get it out there before the time has passed and blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. Okay, before we get started, a little side note. Here's why we're doing a story. This isn't something that is a normal thing. My sister was like, I should have vlogged this event, and I was like, dang dude, you're right. So obviously since I did that, and it was a I think it was kind of a good story, so I'm just gonna tell the story. Alright, so on Friday, I was coming home from work, okay? I was riding my bike. I was like, vroom vroom, bling. And then, you know, things are going great. I'm listening to music, I'm jamming real hard. I'm like, frick man, I just bit my cheek just now. And then as I'm riding my bike home, I freaking out of nowhere just get smacked in the face by a freaking bug. And it lands straight on my freaking cornea. And then as soon as it hit my eye, I was instantly like, ah! I'm like sitting there, I'm like, oh frick man, that burns. Cause like it didn't like hurt, it like burned. It was weird, I don't know how to explain it. I'm sitting there in front of a soccer field with a bunch of like lights around. They're actually turned on. I think there were a bunch of little kids having a game. So I'm out there in front of the soccer field trying to fish this bug out of my eye, and so that I can see what's going on, I have my phone out in front of my face like this, and I'm trying to use the lights from the soccer field and trying to see my eye, and I feel like all the people passing by me thought I just looked like some weirdo who's filming a bunch of kids playing soccer. Like that's what's going on in my head. I don't know why. I just felt like that's what it looked like. For those of you who have passed by and you've seen me doing that, I was getting a bug out of my eye. So I'm trying to fish this thing out, and you know I'm getting it out, and it's like hanging out of the corner of my eye, and then I go to try to fish it out again completely, and it goes right back in. I end up pushing it right back in, which was really frustrating. So I guess while I was doing this, I made this bug mad, or I made this bug want to defend itself or whatever. For why this is a key part of our story, let me just go ahead and tell you what our mystery bug is. It was a termite. Yeah, so making this bug want to defend itself, it bit onto my eye. Yeah, it bit into this pink. Okay, fun fact, I was recently informed that this pink part in the corner of your eye is called a tear duct. I always thought the tear duct was like kind of under your eye, like inside your face, but apparently it's this pink part. My friend Jim told me that. I don't know if he's right or not, because if I'm being honest, he's wrong about a lot of things. Sorry Jim, but you are. It bit onto that part of my eye, and then at that point I was like, so I'm like, this thing's not coming out. At the point when it did bite into my eye, it just really like all of a sudden just like started hurting really bad, and I was like, I didn't realize that that's what it did. It bit into my eye. So I'm darting home, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna die pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. I get home, I see Jim sitting on my couch. He was coming to pick me up so that we could go hang out at his place. I see Jim sitting on the couch, and I'm like, I don't say anything to him. I just like I'm in a half stride, like walking sprint sort of weird thing, right? I go into the bathroom and I look and I see that the head of this thing is the part that's on the tear duct. I get into the bathroom and I'm using I'm cupping water in my hand, and I'm trying to flush the thing out of my eye, and it's not working. After I would try to flush it out of my eye, it would just be hanging like out of my eye, and then I would do it again and it'd just go back in. So I was like, dang dude, what am I gonna do? So I grab a Q-tip and I'm trying, my idea was to like use something smaller and dry so I can actually grip this thing, and I was trying to slide it away from the tear duct so I can just like, I don't know, flick it out, I don't know. But that's the plan I had. And as I'm trying to move it away from the corner of my eye, I see that the tear duct is moving along with it. Like when I would go and I'd pull this thing with the Q-tip, the tear duct would stretch stretch out with it. and so I'm calling Jim. I'm like, dude, look, you see this? And he's like, no. And I was like, well, get closer, because obviously I'm trying to show you something. Just get before you say no. Just get close. Look. Okay, so basically, yeah, this thing bit into my eye, and I was like, Jim, this is an ant. At the time, I thought it was just an ant. I don't know how I thought in my head that like an ant would just like fall into my eye and not fly there. I don't know why I didn't think it would have wings and be a termite. Not important, moving on. So I was like, yeah, this thing bit into my eye, and obviously after poking at it millions of times, I killed it. So this thing bit into my eye and it died that way. So it's not letting go, okay? It's just the way it is. Things happen, and then we made things stay that way. So I'm like, frick man, this thing died in my eye with its mouthpieces in my face. So I'm dragging on this thing, and then Jim's like, holy crap, I gotta go get your sister. So I'm like, oh, what's she gonna do? Go get my dad? And she came back and she was like, whoa, crap, I'm gonna go get dad. I'm like, wow, what's he gonna do? After she leaves, I turn to Jim and I'm like, I bet you 10 bucks when my dad gets over to this side of the house, he's gonna ask me what I did. So, lo and behold, my dad gets to the other side of the house and he goes, man, how'd you get that in your eye? And I was like, what? What? Father, well, see, I was just outside and I saw this termite flying through the air and I just caught it, and I was like, you know what, I think this would make a great eye contact lens, and I put it in my face. That's how I got in my eye. So yeah, after he asked me that like 50 times, I'm like, I don't know, just let me get this thing out of my eye, please. So I get the Q-tip, I'm like digging at this thing, and like at the same time Jim's talking to me, and I'm like not turning my head all the way, and I'm turning my eye towards him. As I'm turning my eye, I hear Jim go, oh my goodness, when you turn your eye. So I guess like when I turn my eye, the termite is like, you know, obviously moving along with my eye, pulling the corner of my eye outward. So I guess that looked gross or whatever. Finally, I pull this thing out of my tear duct, and it was so painful because it was like, I've never felt anything like that in my life. Okay, I won't describe it as like super painful because it was like a normal amount of pain, like someone pinching you, but like in your eye. You know what I mean? It's like weird. It's pain, not that painful, but a pain you've never felt before. With me? Alright, so I pull this thing out of my eye, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, once I realize it's, you know, out of the corner of my eye, and it's like in the middle of my eyelid right there, I go and I flush it out again, and I'm like, And then my sister's like, I saw it go down the drain. And I was like, nice. So it swelled up and I could feel it every time I closed my eye. It was weird. So yeah, everybody, that is a story about the time a bug tried to eat my eyeball out of my face and kill me. I hope you enjoyed the story. It's great. It's great. If you haven't liked the video already, you need to drop down and you need to smash that like button in the face 20 times a million so that you're liking the video a lot, basically. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? You need to drop down below and you need to punch that subscribe button in the chin so that it kind of loses it a little bit and it'd be kind of like one of those chins that kind of fades into a neck and it you kind of look like a cartoon character. One of those. And then once you smash that subscribe button, you need to look next to it and you'd see a tiny itty bitty little bell. That if you punch this bell really freaking hard, you'd hear a. And then once you do that, you'll be getting notified for the swallow comment on the internet. And my name is Ernest Gladden. This has been a story time with the Magical Fro. This video was not recorded live from my living room. And remember, feel the magic.
Trash